Next point is latent heat. What is mean by latent heat? Suppose you supply the heat to the ice, it is converted into water. Further, if you heat the water, it is converted into water vapors. That is, during this transformation from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, heat is absorbed. This absorbed heat is called as latent heat. Suppose you want to convert water vapors into water and water into solid or water into ice. During this reverse transformation, heat is released. This released heat is called as a latent heat. That is, the heat is absorbed or released during the transformation of one phase into another. It is called as a latent heat. Regarding to this concept, one experiment is given in your textbook, but actually this experiment is not for your exam. This part is omitted. But without studying this experiment, we cannot plot the graph which is present on the next page. So this graph is very essential to understand. Regarding to that, one question is also given in your exercise. Explain the graph of temperature versus time. So in this experiment, when we heat the ice, then ice melt. That is, solid converted into liquid. And further, when we heat the water at 100 degrees Celsius, it start to boil. We know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. So water is converted into steam or water vapors. This is the experiment. So you can see this in this diagram. Ice cube or ice pieces are taken in a glass beaker. Heat is supplied with the help of burner. Then you can see here, this is the thermometer which is placed in this mixture to record the temperature. Then after every minute, we are going to record the temperature present in this thermometer. When we supply the heat, ice melt into water, and after further heating, this water start to boil, and thermometer shows rise in temperature. So when we plot the graph of temperature versus time, then we will get such a type of graph. So we have to explain this graph. What this graph represent? This graph actually represent conversion of solid into liquid and liquid into gas. And during this conversion, heat is absorbed. And we have to learn 4 definitions related to this graph. That is melting point of ice, latent heat of fusion, boiling point of water, and latent heat of vaporization. So during the explanation of this graph, you have to write these 4 terms. That is melting point of ice, then boiling point of water, latent heat of fusion, and latent heat of vaporization. Actually, this graph is very easy to explain. In this graph, you have to tell what this AB represent, what this BC represent, and what this CD represent. So we are going to see what is this graph. So first point, the ice pieces in a glass beaker are heated. The temperature of mixture is measured by thermometer after every minute. The graph of temperature versus time is plotted as shown in above figure. Then next point, in the graph, the line AB represent conversion of ice into water at a constant temperature. You can see here in this graph AB, these 2 points AB you can see. This AB represent, what AB represent? Conversion of ice into water at a constant temperature. That is, ice get converted into water at a constant temperature. When ice is heated, it melt at 0 degrees Celsius and convert into water. That is, when you heat the ice, it melt and convert into water. This constant temperature at which ice convert into water is called melting point of ice. That is, this constant temperature at which ice convert into water is called melting point of ice. Now next point is, during the transition of solid into liquid, during the transition of solid into liquid, the object absorb heat energy, that is ice absorb heat energy, but temperature does not increase. During the absorption of heat, temperature does not increase. When we supply the heat or when we supply the heat to the ice, it absorbs the temperature. But at that absorption, the thermometer does not show rise in temperature. So temperature does not increase. This heat energy is utilized for weakening the bond between the atoms and molecules. That is, when we supply the heat, then the atoms and molecules present in the ice absorb that heat, and this heat is utilized for breaking the bond between the atoms. When there is a breaking of bond between the two atoms, then solid is converted into liquid. When we supply the heat, the atoms and molecules present in the ice absorb the heat, and they are using this heat for breaking the bond between the atoms. So what will happen? Solid is converted into liquid. You can see here, for weakening the bond between the atoms and molecule in solid and transfer into liquid. So this is called as a latent heat. That is, during the transformation of solid into liquid, heat is absorbed. It is called as a latent heat of fusion. Next point is the amount of heat energy absorbed at a constant temperature by unit mass of solid to convert it into liquid is called as specific latent heat of fusion. That is, heat energy absorbed by the solid to convert it into liquid. This heat energy absorbed is called as specific latent heat of fusion. Now next point is the line BC in the graph represent a rise in temperature from 0 degree to 100 degrees Celsius. You can see in this graph, line BC represent rise in temperature from 0 degree to 100 degrees Celsius. That is, when we supply the heat, first the ice melt, and after further heating, the temperature of the water rises from 0 to 100 degrees Celsius, and it is represented by the line BC. You can see point B is present at 0 degrees Celsius and point C is present at 100 degrees Celsius. That is, thermometer shows rise in temperature. That is, line BC in the graph represent rise in temperature from 0 degree to 100 degrees Celsius. Even after heat is supplied, its temperature does not rise. Suppose after 100 degrees Celsius, we know that at 100 degrees Celsius water boils. Suppose after 100 degrees Celsius, we are going to supply the heat to the water. That is, water start to boil, and again we are supplying the heat to the water. Then thermometer does not show rise in temperature. It does not show 110, 120 degrees Celsius, 130 degrees Celsius. The temperature in the thermometer, it is present at 100 degrees Celsius. Though we are supplying the heat after 100 degrees Celsius, the temperature in the thermometer does not rises. This is because further heating after 100 degrees Celsius, this heat energy is utilized or used by the liquid molecules to break the bond between them. Each and every substance is made up of atoms and molecules. So in the liquid or in the water molecules are present, H2O. These are water molecules are present in the water. So to break the bond between them, the energy is supplied by the heat, and this heat energy is utilized by the water molecules to break the bond between them. When there is a breaking of bond between the liquid molecules, it is converted into gaseous phase. So after 100 degrees Celsius, when we supply the heat, the thermometer does not show a rise in temperature. It remains as it is, 100 degrees Celsius. So you can see here, even after heat is supplied, its temperature does not rise. This heat energy is absorbed by water at this temperature and used to break the bonds between the molecules of liquid and convert liquid into gas phase. Now next point, the constant temperature at which liquid transformed into gas phase. The constant temperature at which liquid transformed into gaseous phase is called as boiling point of water. The constant temperature at which liquid transformed into gaseous phase is called as boiling point of water. Then you can see next point, the amount of heat energy absorbed at a constant temperature by unit mass of a liquid. The amount of heat energy absorbed at a constant temperature by unit mass of a liquid to convert it into gaseous phase is called specific latent heat of vaporization. That is the heat energy absorbed to convert liquid into gaseous phase. It is called as specific latent heat of vaporization. You can see here the line CD represent conversion of water into steam. Line CD represent conversion of water into steam or water vapors. That is, in this graph you can see CD boiling water plus vapor. That is, line CD represent the conversion of water into water vapors or steam. AB represent, you can see here I have written, AB represent conversion of ice into water, BC represent rise in temperature up to 100 degrees Celsius, CD represent conversion of water into steam. So during the explanation of this graph, you have to write what line AB represent, CD represent, BC represent, and you have to write 4 definitions. That is melting point of ice, latent, specific latent heat of fusion, then boiling point of water or boiling point of liquid, and specific latent heat of vaporization. In digest, only 3 or 4 points are given, which is not sufficient. These points are not sufficient for the exam point of view. So in board exam, you have to write all these points which I have explained, and the 4 definition, it must include, your answer must include the 4 definitions. That is boiling point of water, melting point of ice, then latent heat of fusion, specific latent heat of fusion, and specific latent heat of vaporization. So in this way you have to explain the graph. In textbook you can see here some substances and their melting point and boiling point are given. That is, each and every different material has a different melting and boiling points. So this is chart regarding to that. Now next point, use your brain power. What is that? I am going to read the question. Is the concept of latent heat applicable during transformation of gaseous phase to liquid phase and from liquid to solid phase? That is, the concept of latent heat is applicable during the transformation of reverse transformation. We have seen the transformation of solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Now question is asked, during the reverse transformation, that is gases to liquid and liquid to solid, the concept of latent heat is applicable? Answer is yes, because during the transformation of gas to liquid and liquid to solid, heat is released. So latent heat concept is applicable. Now question number 2, where does the latent heat go during this transformation? That is during reverse transformation from gas to liquid and liquid to solid. What will happen in case of heat? In this transformation or in this reverse transformation, the latent heat goes to the surrounding. That is, latent heat is released. So what will happen? This heat goes to the surrounding. So this is the answer of these 2 questions. So you have to write this question and answer in your notebook.